In the name of God. I am Kamankashi. I'm here with the 8th part of the International Transportation Training Series. I've dedicated the 8th part of the training to examining different types of bills of lading as well as consignment notes. And due to the breadth of the topic, I've divided it into 5 sections. In this part, we will review the different types of forwarders' bills of lading together and get to know them. Stay with me. The most common bills of lading issued by forwarders, which we've all heard of many times, are as follows: HBL or House Bill of Lading, TBL or Through Bill of Lading, and FBL or FIATA Bill of Lading, which we will examine in detail one by one in the next slide. What is a House Bill of Lading or HBL? This particular bill of lading is considered to be one of the most common types that we have heard about quite frequently. It is primarily used in sea or air transportation, and it can only be issued by a forwarding company. Except for the information about the shipper, consignee, and notify party, all other details on the House Bill of Lading are exactly the same as those on the Master Bill of Lading. And who issues the Master Bill of Lading? The carrier company. So what is the only information that differs between these two bills of lading? The shipper, consignee, and notify party, which we will discuss in detail in future lessons regarding these differences. We don't want to get into that right now. A house bill of lading, like any other bill of lading, serves as a receipt for the delivery of goods. It is evidence of the existence of a carriage contract and is considered a document of title to the goods. In other words, it has the 3 main features of a bill of lading. And another point to know about it is that this document, like any other bill of lading, can be negotiable or non-negotiable. That means it can be issued as either negotiable or non-negotiable. If it is issued to order, it is negotiable, otherwise it is non-negotiable. Freight forwarding companies must obtain insurance coverage for the bills of lading they issue and cover their liability through that insurance. We will definitely explain more about insurance in future lessons. What is a TBL, or Through Bill of Lading, or a Combined Transport Bill of Lading? This bill of lading is another one of the most common types, which is mainly issued by freight forwarding companies. This bill of lading is typically used when more than one mode of transport, such as road, rail, or sea, is involved for a shipment, or in other words, when our shipment is actually considered to be multimodal. But the main point to keep in mind about this particular bill of lading is that it is specifically used only when at least one of the modes of transport involved is by sea. In the past, TBL bills of lading were issued by shipping companies and shipping lines, but nowadays we mostly see these bills being issued by forwarding companies. The TBL bill of lading, just like the House Bill of Lading and other types of bills of lading, possesses all 3 characteristics of a bill of lading and can be issued as either a negotiable or non-negotiable document. And the forwarding company must definitely obtain insurance coverage for it again and in fact guarantee its responsibility through this insurance. What is an FBL or FIATA bill of lading or multimodal transport bill of lading? The FBL or multimodal transport bill of lading is one of the most reputable bills of lading that a forwarding company can issue. This bill of lading, like the TBL, is used when our shipment is multimodal, meaning that more than one mode of transport has been used. However, a transport company cannot use the FIATA bill of lading unless it is a member of the FIATA Association. The FBL bill of lading is standardized and uniform all over the world, and it matches the format you see in this slide. And in fact, this bill of lading is accepted by all banks. It is used as a valid document all over the world, and everyone recognizes it as an international bill of lading. In Iran, the Association of International Transport Companies is responsible for printing and actually preparing this bill of lading, providing it to transport companies, and also arranging insurance coverage for it. The FIATA bill of lading is a negotiable document and possesses all the features that such a document should have. Let me add another point here, dear friends. I mentioned in the definition of TBL and FBL that both of these documents are used in shipments that involve more than one mode of transport, meaning multimodal shipments. But this doesn't mean that these documents can't be used in unimodal shipments, meaning, for example, only by land or only by sea. For instance, you might see a forwarding company that does not have its own house bill of lading and only uses a FIATA bill of lading. If this company wants to issue a forwarding document for a sea shipment, it can simply issue an FBL, or if it is a sea shipment, it can just issue a TBL. Therefore, these documents are also applicable for unimodal shipments. But their main use, and the reason these documents were designed in the first place, was for multimodal transport. However, that doesn't mean they can't be used for unimodal shipments. All right, dear friends, thank you for your attention. The topic of forwarding documents concludes here in this section. It's a very pleasant and at the same time simple topic. I don't think it's anything complicated. I hope you found it useful. Have a great day. Goodbye.